like I said, tell your journey, tell your epiphany that happened, and why you got into real estate. So just everybody needs to know your story, Damien.
Well, let me see. When I was 22 years old, I got into the bartenders union.
Okay, nice.
You know, I showed up. How does a guy get into this? You don't. But what if you do? And then they say, you know what a bar back is? Go out there and work. Okay, so I go out and work, and they like me. So come back. You want a regular job? I say, sure, I could use it. By this point, my son's already, 3 years old, so
Okay.
I need the money,
Of
definitely.
course.
Anyways, I get the job, I start working, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, I've been doing this, I've never really been all that great at holding a job. I guess it's not my DNA, John. I've been doing this for 7 years, but 7 months on a regular job is,
It's just how your
Act of
mind
God.
works. Yeah,
Act of God.
it's how your mind works. There's a lot of people that are amazing entrepreneurs, and that's what you are now. Okay, but you're just not a 9 to 5. I'm not a punch a clock kind of guy.
Terrible.
And some of the greatest. If you think about it, you hear the stories. You go back and start looking at some of the greatest entrepreneurs and business owners. They failed up until 30. They failed up until 40. Some of them didn't succeed until they're 55 years old. So you know what? You're that guy. You're the guy
I'm
who
the
just
track
says,
for success.
yeah, you're like, hey, I'll just be honest with you. I'm not a great 9 to 5er. I'm not a great punch the clock. But at the same time, here you are running your own business and you're being very successful at it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that reassurance.
So, once again, you're bouncing around with different bartending. You got to support your family. You have a son and you want to make sure that you're doing everything, but you just know that something's not right. And so you told me the story where in between one of these jobs, you're like, what do I do? And you kind of go back to your dad's, playing poker and gambling and stuff. And you said you were at a
terrible poker player. I'm better than he is. at
Okay.
poker.
But you said that you were playing poker and you won some money.
Oh, yeah. So, let me give you the little backstory. You know how I said I couldn't, that whole 7 months was a miracle? Well, one of those 7-month miracles came up and, we're at 6.5 months and they say, no, get out of here. And I say, oh, okay. Well, anyways, my future beautiful daughter's mother's at home and she's like, oh, Damian, you're an idiot. I'm going to get you a job taking out needles at the hospital. I'm like, oh, man, I really don't want to do that, John. So I go play poker, to ease my mind. Mm-hmm. And I win, 6, 7, $800, whatever. So anyways, I'm still in that little fog that I'm going to be taking out needles at the hospital. This is awful. So I'm driving and I see Key Realty School and I'm like, realtor?